So, 30K, I guess, you know what, I'm probably going to have you start out with the introduction, so that way we just get this on the way, since you are the leader of our team for FlowTron.
Ladies, gentlemen, individuals, hi, my name is 30K. I am currently going to be your team captain for FlowTron. This entire series is going to be based about our adventures, our planning, tactics, yada, 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 all that good old jazz for what we are going to prepare ourselves for one of the best competitions that Gloving has provided for us. Again, my name is 30K. My other counterparts in here as well are Morty, Circuits, Dubuque, and nevertheless, basically, this is going to be your view into our view of what we are going to prepare for. How we're going to do that, you're going to see in the next few seconds from now. Other than that, it's your boy. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. You introduced all of us.
Right?
Yeah. You don't want to do that?
Did the work for me.
I'm okay.
I appreciate.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with it. Like,
you said introduction, so I was like, all right, cool. Let me just give everybody the introduction. I thought you said as I'm the captain. All right.
no, you're good, my guy. Like, you are a captain. So, I have it written down here, but let's see. 30K, you say you're going to be doing musicality and storytelling.
Right arm musicality with storytelling, yes. If I'm correct, yes. All categories are based on 10 points, and another section is 5 points. Correct, right? On FlowTron.
Yeah.
Still, yeah. So each section, yeah, basically has specific things. Each arm or each part of a body, essentially. 5 different parts of the body, both your arms, both your legs, and chest section. 5 pieces. Yes, I'm doing right arm musicality storytelling. I'm gonna let you guys, if you guys know your spots of what your guys' spots entitled to are going to be showcased about, starting with Circuit. Circuit, can you describe to us what you're doing?
So, as I understand it, I'm doing cleanliness and presentation. Is that what it was?
Cleanliness and presence.
Presence.
Presence. I mean, same thing. Presentation, yeah. Presence. That's the same thing.
First competition, so it should be exciting. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I would certainly say I'm in the same boat as you, as this is technically my first sanctioned competition going into this. And Morty, you have complexity and pacing.
Yeah, I competed in the previous FlowTron with Henry and Dylan and Chris, which are all the Australian boys. And so they needed a fifth man, so I took complexity for them. And we did pretty good for what I would say was pretty thrown together. We had an injury. Dylan almost lost his thumb. It was scary times.
Yeah.
I would definitely have to agree. The first FlowTron, that had some big bumps happening through it. But, hey, it was still successful at the end of it. So.
Life happens. That's life. Life happens. Hey, can't control that. That's all right.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Of course, I have myself use of light and delivery, which I don't...
related injuries happen.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be the interesting part, is hearing if anyone else gets sustained any injuries during this process. Not on our team, of course. I mean, just in the comp in general. Yeah, and of course, Krypton has transitions and use of space. For me, as use of light and delivery, the main reason why I immediately jumped onto that one is because everybody who's watched my channel knows I am all about that phasing, and I do all of that stuff. I do mode switches all the time. This, I will certainly say, a lot of people probably talk the most about this category, just in particular because this isn't a usual category you see in comps. I know some people had their reservations about it, when I talk to people about it. Other than that, most people are like, okay, so you just stick an impactor and a conjurer there, and that's not necessarily the case. I personally think you can stick anyone in there. It's just how the person understands how to use their lights with their show is what's going to sell it. Great example, if anyone hasn't watched the semifinals of the IGL comp, who was it? Cookie did a really, really good example of using a very, very blinky set with his speed control and using red-blue thumbs to emulate what impacting can do without doing any impacting moves. So it's stuff like that that I try to explain to people, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see how this goes, just because this is probably the first time somebody actually implemented use of light in a comp.
It's interesting.
That's the whole point of clubbing.
Well, how do you explain that? You know what I mean? How do we explain the usage of light just from a regular glover to something else? Because as far as the competition goes, especially for one of the judges from use of light and delivery had stated, was that, you know, if you're an impact or a conjurer, this is the place for you, because those concepts are focused on the physical light itself, or physical light itself. If you know impacting, something simple as just your thumbs, your two thumbs, which will have your red and blue Inovas that most people you see all the time, different colors, color packing, same thing. Their focus of the entire show is just on these two lights, essentially. Conjuring is basically manipulation of, you know, taking one light, moving it somewhere else, something, you know, that you can come up with in the creative environment that you're a part of. However, with Udiview, like the idea of phasing, the method of phasing itself is something that not a lot of people do take into account of, as for most glovers do not take into account of, as far as I've seen. And the fact that, at least in an unbiased remark for myself, that you are able to showcase phasing in such a very digestible and understanding way. So, like, hey, I really feel like we're gonna do, especially with utilizing that for the entirety of the competition. I think that is going to be the best method that we can take as far as your section of the comp.
Yeah.
If I may speak on some other things too, as far as our positions in the comp as well, I wanted to segue that for a second. I'm confident that everybody knows their spot, and I'm very happy that I can believe that 100%. You know, all five of us were obviously picked or selected to fulfill those roles in this competition. So I think it is also for us to be very aware that to diversify. I'm so sorry. For us to diversify in not just our categories alone too. Like, hey, let's be able to help each other out. So, like, if one of us needs help in, let's say, use of space, transitions, someone from a different part, or all of us together as a conglomerate, hey, let's talk about it, let's work on this. And then whatever else we want to do as far as planning and prep goes for whatever the competition brings forth.
Exactly.
I think for who we are as glovers, especially within our specialties alone, like we really did smack the nail on the head, and I said that on purpose. So, would you please with that? Smacking the head of the nail for people that don't understand my idiom sometimes. So, a lot of us are obviously clean enough, you know. Obviously, all of us are well complex enough. Obviously, all of us are very, you know, musicality and musical enough, I guess, if you will, to fill in whatever gaps we have. Let's say in my spot, hey, I'm struggling on this, you know, what can I get from you guys? Type of deal. Now, it is imperative that we do make sure that we make remarks afterwards as far as like whatever video, what we produce for video wise for the competition, because obviously those after action reports is what I'm gonna call it basically. Is like, hey, like let's talk about a couple things you did good here, a couple things you weren't really working so hard on, or some things that were kind of slacking a little bit. Hey, we are able to point that out as a team. That's gonna obviously set us at a way higher level than any other team. My point being, we are very skilled. Most of us are very experienced. We can share that experience, diversify within that, plan, execute. That's it. And then after we execute, we check on fucking after the battle happens. You know what I mean? Hey, what happened? What happened here? What happened there? All that. Do you have anything else you would like to mention about?
Nah, I was just gonna ask, how do you guys feel about your judges? So 30K, you have Starlight, Morty has Jess, I have Lust, and Circuit, you have Tadpole.
I don't know who Tadpole is, so I'm not sure.
Well, I was gonna say Tadpole's been around for a good while. He
On LLB.
Yeah, LLB.
Okay.
Yeah, so he very much in tune with the level of presence for that kind of character storytelling. He definitely brings that kind of understanding to the scene. So I would certainly say I find it very interesting that Lust took up use of light and stuff, and that makes sense because she is an impactor. So she does have the understanding of precision and timing and placement and all that stuff when it comes to use of light and how to utilize that to her best advantage. But yeah, I think you're in a good spot when it comes to Tadpole. I think what you have to bring to the table will be something that he will be very intrigued by.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Morty, what do you think about Jess as your judge?
I have a pit with him on Monday, so he's gonna have an experience of my gloving beforehand, and he's gonna be well versed because I plan on bringing heat.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that, my guy. But yeah, 30K, what do you think about Starlight being your judge?
I have looked at Starlight when it comes down to musicality and story. That's one of the people I reference to, especially being that she's also one of my greatest inspirations for gloving. You know, I'm a little challenged. I'm not gonna lie, because I know, I feel as if, I shouldn't say I know, I feel as if she's gonna be real strict about a lot of stuff. So it's gonna cause me to work out harder than I really got to. A lot of nitpicking, I feel, at some points, but that's just me.
Yeah, I would certainly say I think Krypton has the toughest judge as Trump, because he'll tell you that everything you're throwing is cool and all, but he doesn't really care what it is that you're throwing. He just are things that he cares about are details. Are you making those angles clear and correct to me? Are you moving with those proper isolations? Are you actually isolating properly to give me the illusion of movement as well? That's all he cares about. Are you doing the steps properly? That's all he cares about. And so I know some people, they're like, oh yeah, that should be really easy. No, those types of judges are a lot harder to deal with, just because people see them as perfectionists. But I personally like judges like that.
I mean, to me, that just states like, hey, that just tells me that this comp is saying to us like, hey, we got judges, and they know what they're gonna look for.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree on that.
Will I be appealing to my judge?
About that.
Maybe?
Yeah, the way I've been looking at it, it's like, okay, I still feel like I'm in a difficult camp when it comes to how do you tailor this particular category to this type of judge. Besides, like, oh, do impacting. Yeah. I think Lust might be a little bit tougher on people who are conjurers and impactors, just because it's much more common to find those. I would say much more common to find impactors over conjurers, but those are the two main ones that people think of when it comes to light manipulation. Not only that, there's other things I've been thinking about, like how is she going to tabulate accelerometer features? Is she, does she actually understand the significance of each type of feature that they have, between geo mode / tilt to spectrum mode to sandbox mode? Does she know all those, subtle details? Like, how does that tabulate into your score? Like, there are these things that you have to sit there and think about.
I think I was actually going to ask you, Sturka, do you have any, like, do you feel some type of way about you coming on for cleanliness and presence?
I don't know. I feel like I can do it. I don't know if it's exactly my specialty personally, but I think I can do it.
I would definitely say that with what you do know, and you know well, you actually do extremely clean.
100%.
Cool. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. The only thing I don't really feel confident about is just recording in general. I never really have. So I'll just have to find a way to get over that, but I think it'll
That is a process, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I'll spend all day, not all day. I'll spend like 2-3 hours recording, and I will mass record 100 videos in the first hour.
Yeah, I'll have like phases.
If I don't like it, I'll just stop. I'll be like, nope, next one. I'll be like, I know what I want, and I'll like sit down and I'll watch back, and I'll be like, this is. I'll pick apart like what the vibe was in these parts, and I'll try and mimic those the next show to fill it out. I'll be like, that was smart there, that was better there, and the ending is really however I want to finish it.
So how are we gonna approach, like, are we gonna analyze each other's videos beforehand, before each round, or?
I think that would be a good safety device for us. Definitely a 2-stage safety, like what Morty said. Like, hey, like look at your own video, see if you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's bring it to the team. Let's see what's going on. All right, what do we see? All right, his finger tutting is complete clear 90-degree angles, and when he's moving, it's all visually clear enough to see like this is a portion of a box that he's going to be able to create. And like he said, like you are very, whether you believe it or not, dude, like you are very, very, very clean in showcasing angles in that nature, so that is, like I said, a secondary precaution for us, just so that way, hey, when we do fully submit these videos, it's not going to be some like I'm going to fucking like say, okay, that's good. It's going to be amongst the team. Like, do we all feel this one video is right for that section as well? Not just ourselves, We
could probably do that like a little bit before the deadline, and not just like be in a rush to record a video.
Yeah.
In a minute. So like,
I'm sure all of you are trying to get some takes in. If you guys don't know yet, it's just a minute. 1 minute minimum and 3 minutes maximum. So
okay, I thought it was a minute 30.
No, minute 30 minimum, 3 minutes maximum. I have it written down.
Oh, it's a minute 30 minimum. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 90 seconds to 180 seconds max.
Hey, I mean, right there. Start shooting for like at 2 minute, like at least for me, like I'm gonna shoot for between 2 minutes and 2.
Oh, I'm so comfortable in that time range. Like, everything before 2 is pretty uncomfortable for me. I have to, like, confine my thoughts and be like, I can only do these. But with that much time, like, pacing is just, okay, I only have to end over there.
Yeah, I like doing shorter videos usually, but I want to expand to doing longer videos.
So a recommendation that I will definitely suggest is when you're looking at songs and going through like a library, try to find them within that time limit, that range between 90 seconds to 3 minutes. That way you are guaranteed that you're going to stay within that range. Because there's songs I want to do, but they're over 3 minutes long, and I'm just like, I really don't want to do that. So That's
You
one.
could
That's
just
one
make
key
a
point.
a different starting point. You don't have to start from the beginning of the song.
Yeah, it's luckily I'm not looking at any trance songs or anything like that. Well, maybe
Yeah.
that.
I haven't
depends.
been doing any takes just because I haven't, like, we haven't really talked about a theme of song we want to do.
Yeah, I haven't.
So, like,
I haven't done shit either yet.
I have not done anything. I've done like finger shows as practice and kind of like just getting, keeping myself warmed up to a camera.
I've just been practicing. I haven't recorded anything. I've been just trying to take a break from that and just focus on just straight practicing right now. But probably about that time to actually start doing some takes.
Yeah, definitely know like how your equipment setup will be optimized for you. I will spend like a good 30 minutes just making sure that my shot is in the right spot that I need to be. Because I always worry about being off frame. I'm worried about doing this.
Well, if right now for the first round there isn't a specific genre that they're making us have to record to. So we got a big option, big variety of just whatever genre we want to do. And I'll say it right now, I like every genre. I'm cool with whatever genre we pick with, because I thoroughly enjoy music like that. So, I mean, hey, let's try throwing something on the table at least, At least for this first round.
Like, I'm down to do, like, generic dubstep type stuff, but I want it to be intense.
Yeah,
I want people to be like, ooh, that was heat after heat. Oh. Like, watching all of our shows in a row is going to leave you going, damn, who got shot?
So then, okay, let's take one thing out of there. Dubstep's one, but let's take one of the bigger feelings that you mentioned, that intensity. And hey, we're all gonna try to throw our best shows, yeah, but like figuring out what song that's really gonna match how we start this first round with is gonna be a big thing. First impressions are everything, yeah, but intensity definitely, like, me at least, I feel comfortable. I want to put that at like a high level, like at least a standard for this round. You know what I mean? Like, let's make sure like our videos are intense. Like, we're gonna come, like what you said, we're gonna come in here, we're gonna throw this heat and we're gonna be ready for the next round. So dubstep, one of them.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say I'm down with dubstep. Because dubstep offers a lot of variety within itself, that we can actually find songs that kind of tailor to ourselves and kind of allow us to be integrated into our style and actually showcase our style a lot better. So I have no problem using dubstep as the commonality between all of us, because that's kind of one of the things I was like wanting to make sure that we got all on the same page, is that we have this commonality between all of us to really represent that we are a team.
Now, should it stay within a subgenre of dubstep?
Yeah.
Or can we diversify within dubstep? Like, maybe I could do chill step and you could do like bro step or whatever step.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's melodic dubstep,
all the
two-step. You can
all
use trance step was another one that I was thinking about as well.
In order for me to really focus on cleanliness, I feel like I need something that's slow, or at least seems like it's slow, and less chaotic.
Gives you a little bit more of an atmospheric effect.
Yeah,
no, I definitely agree. I think chill step would probably be a really good starting entry point for that area for you. Just because the slower you get to go, the more clean you can actually make it presentable, and then finding that song that really helps bring in your presence as well.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
chill step is like really hard without it.
I was just gonna say 30K knows.
How do you think they're gonna watch the videos? Do you think they're gonna watch them like in a particular order?
I mean, I think they won't. I think that some of the people won't, but when the people do realize that if what you're thinking about, and what I'm also thinking about too, is each video is a specific, like, I guess, tale. You know what I mean? Because the idea of staying within the same genre will work out. Because then at that point we could just work with, you know, even like something deeper as like different styles of chill stuff, you know, and just go down from that point there. Each one of us picks like something like that, or within, you know, just dubstep in general, like, you know, circuits, chill step, step, trance step.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know the different music genres like that.
I feel it. I understand.
I'm a guy who has an 800 song liked playlist.
I was just gonna say, as long as it feels like it's in the same not exact same category, but in the same umbrella realm, then we should be fine.
Oh, deep dub would be fun. I might actually do that. Deep dub.
Yeah, there's deep dub as well. That would be post dubstep.
That's always fun.
Ooh.
Under an umbrella. Let's just record Beyonce.
I was just gonna say, post dubstep would be perfect
just
for me. I like that shit.
Super trolly songs.
12th Planet. Some pretty meme songs right there from him.
Mm-hmm. I can't recall about their stance on the whole DMCA stuff. I forgot what they wrote. Didn't they have something in their little announcement about like certain songs or something like that? I can't quite remember. Or is it just like any song that they said?
Royalty-free music.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, no copyright sounds is a channel that exists, man. I'm just
Imagine
saying.
having to record this shitty royalty-free music.
That's why I look for no copyright. And no copyright actually does a pretty good job actually making some pretty good artists. You know what I mean?
I will be right back.
Okay. No copyright sounds. NCS.
Yeah, it's a channel on YouTube that I tend to go to when I'm looking for music because it's just like, don't want to be demonetized. Still get demonetized.
It's YouTube. What did you expect?
Yep.
Being
a content creator.
If you want, I mean, I could check right now just to verify that real quick.
Yeah.
Make sure that, like, hey, we are allowed to use whatever song.
Yeah.
Or if it has to be DMCA friendly or whatever case may be used.
Yeah. I just know that they did say that we need to make sure that we don't market for children, which I don't know why people do that. No.
The kid.
But it's just a light show. Kids can watch it. Yeah, they can watch it when you don't market like that. But you market like that, then people can't do certain things with your video that people tend to do with light show videos, like put it on a playlist.
It's, well, real quick, it's not saying anything about DMCA. It's really just any song.
Okay.
We have freedom of virtute. So if that means I can record just some Drake dubstep, I'm gonna do it. I'm kidding.
As long as you maintain that intensity.
I mean, if we are solidifying dubstep, all we gotta do is just find.
I think it's gonna be the easiest for all of us.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably put challenges on later for music, so we'll have to follow those.
Yeah, so I figured might as well, try to do a little bit more of a collaborative effort. Yeah, that's the word I want to use. To like bring our videos like cohesively together. I do think it'd be very interesting if they actually had like a cipher comp where you either in person or over a series of videos actually cut together a cipher for just one video, 5 people or 4 people, and do a comp that way.
That's a really nice idea. Imagine FlowTron does that. Hey, yeah, y'all gonna make a cipher. Whoa!
Oh, I know everybody would probably be hitting me up and be like, "Hey, can you cut my videos together?"
We're busy. Haha.
I would be hitting up Rick and Dustin and being like, "Hey, so a lot of these people are hitting me up for this, and I don't have a lot of time to do this. So you guys want to help me out?"
I'm just real quick. I'm just thinking about like if okay, so I'm just going off the rip at this right now. Like if we are doing dubstep, and I'm thinking. I mean, at least I'm thinking to myself like, what genres we'd actually do. You know, it's because like I want to be able to, at least in my eyes, be if what we're trying to do is diversify in the same genre, and also maintain the intensity. But I think the one key thing I'm looking for, at least, is the spectrum. As far as us picking genres, like, I'm thinking like massive jumps in the dubstep spectrum. Like going like for something that's like really, really like calm, nice, melodic. Like think of like I don't know, home by Excision, you know. Still dubstep, but it's happy, you know.
Yeah.
And then just go something all the way down to just like rhythm, you know. So like I'm thinking of this giant spectrum bar, and I'm like, okay, well here, what's there? I'm brainstorming of like what. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure enough. We'll figure it out. Yeah, but like, what like? Okay, if we had to decide, right? If we had to decide on those subgenres, let's say like right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, rhythm or like rhythm or melodic rhythm.
As like,
And crazy enough, there is melodic rhythm. As far as taking one end of the spectrum, you know what I mean? Then comes, you know, Circuit, and he's got chill step, happy chill step, you know, somewhere in the middle. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's because Morty, you said you know can't really pick out the differences in subgenres. I think that's the thing. I think the middle, as far as the dubstep spectrum goes. You know what? Actually, OG dubstep, old school dubstep, like Rusko, Skrillex, fucking.
I was just gonna say you got old school dubstep, which is pretty much, you know,
Mode step.
I would say Nero, Rusko.
It does not sound fun.
What?
Bear Noise. That's the other. I was trying to remember. I was like Bear Noise. Bear Noise is considered in that kind of 2010, 2012 era of dubstep.
Scream and Banga. I don't know if you guys heard of them, but they were like
Scream.
super fucking old school.
Yeah,
Like
those are early like 2009 prior. Yeah. There's quite a bit of artists that we can use as like the examples of different variations of dubstep that you can go with. You know, Zed's Dead, one of my personal favorites. I always like that.
Ooh. That's
Leans more towards like a housey variant of it from time to time. Then you got like Filthier dubs, which is like Excision. What's the other one's name?
Dubloads, Sullivan King.
There was another one that I can't quite remember the name of it. Something Grimes, I think.
All Grime?
Yeah. I think Grime fits in that category of filthier dubstep.
You guys know who Blank is, right?
Blank, yeah.
Yeah.
That I love that kind of dubstep. Kind of filthy, but kind of melodic at the same time.
To me, it feels like digital dubstep. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, and then of course you got Skrillex in that bro step category where you get a little bit more of the heavy metal elements into the genres. And then of course you got rhythm, which is very, very intense. It's like bringing hardstyle into dubstep.
And there's dark step.
Dark step.
Yeah, and then
That
there's
sounds
Have you guys heard of Brat Killer?
Dracula?
that
No.
sounds familiar.
No.
Really good example of dark step.
Actually, hold on.
Heavy metal of dubstep.
Isn't Code Pandorium right? I think that's how you pronounce it. Code Pandorium. That's dark stuff too, right?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe. I don't recognize them.
Well, then you also have things like Bionic Commando, where it's like it takes stuff from video games, especially like 8-bit, and adds like the traditional templates of what dubstep's known about. It makes it that way. Yeah, there's quite a bit that you can find that you can go through. Schoolboy is another great example of a well-rounded generic form of dubstep. Yeah.
Some of Ghastly music too. Some of Ghastly's music definitely has some good, nice dubstep.
Yeah.
So,
and then of course you have Grizz.
Grizz? Well, old Grizz and new Grizz?
I would say more old Grizz. If Joe is here, he'd be like old Grizz, or you guys are a bunch of plebs. Though he does like his newest album. I'll state that on record. Joe likes his latest album, so.
Really? It's oh my god. You ever get so much food and you're just like, damn, I can't eat all this.
You walk into a buffet, you see all the different varieties of food, and you're just like, oh my goodness, where do I start?
Walk into an old country buffet like, damn.
Well, I can't have all of it.
I mean, you can. You believe in yourself.
You can try.
Your stomach's not gonna want to try, but I mean, it's all a part of nature. No, like, listen, I think dubstep. Honestly, we should go with dubstep.
Yeah.
I think as far as seriously enough, I think we should go with dubstep, and like,
I'm down.
like I mean, honestly, we were kind of like. Honestly, I felt like we were playing around with it at one point. I was just having food for thought, playful thoughts about it. But like now, the more I think about it, it's like, you know what? This is actually going to work. This is the plan. I think this is the good. This is a good route we could take.
I think especially for our team and keeping Chris in consideration, I know Chris likes dubstep as well. So I feel like it's a good genre for all of us to find. You know, we have a good amount of pickings within the genre itself to, really showcase what we're wanting to bring to the table, and our particular styles as well.
So at some point, I mean, we don't really got to talk about it right now, but like I'd say let's try to have at least like template videos, at least like if you guys are going to practice and make some takes and everything, let's try to see if we can do one by the end of the week. Let's say just around Saturday next week, and also like kind of come up with our decisions of what subgenres we're going to take in dubstep. Of course, if anybody needs help, talk about it.
I know what I'm going to go with. I'm
My
definitely going to
quote
go with
unquote practice take will probably be somewhat close to my pit with Jest. Right? Like, I'm going to have a pretty nice video here showcasing pretty much what I want to do. I'm not going to do the exact same thing, but like it'll be of the same caliber.
Yeah. As much as I know it's not anything weighted on the scoring, definitely make sure you guys' lighting and stuff is good. If you guys go a little bit brighter and need it to be dimmed down, you guys can always send it to me and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I've been playing around with those settings lately and actually been pretty successful with that stuff. So.
Listen, I hate
Circuit.
the haters. Okay, I hate them so much that I bought LED lights just to shut up the haters. So you know what? They will be as bright as they need to be.
Yeah, I need some better lighting.
I'll give you a light. I will stop my light show to give you a light show with the room.
Hey, like I told you, man, I like it when you actually wear a white shirt and use a black light to light up your shirt and use that as your backlighting for your hands, because your hands were a little bit darker, but I was still able to make out the shapes. Like, you did that for the IGL comp, and that was really, really smart in my opinion. But some people might not enjoy it or appreciate it as much. But
that
that
was
swines.
That was before the lights.
If you think about it, all the lights, you just turn some lights off, put some like 10 little thing bling your fingers, and you light up the whole room. You don't even need a backlight. Get a bright set. Call it a day. All this hussing and fussing about fucking backlight. Who needs backlight? You know what? I'm not doing it. No backlighting.
I can't do a video anymore. Like I've yet to use these, right, to film a video, because you know what? The haters don't deserve them yet. The haters just need to think it's dark in here still.
They have to prove themselves.
Now I have light.
Oh my goodness, that's now if you're so dedicated with that, you can only record with a black shirt. Now I really can't see it.
And blackout gloves.
I got all the patterns now. Look at this.
Those judges aren't going to know what hit them.
I can change the speed.
That's so amazing.
There we go. Just white, but on super fast.
I know I'm definitely going to try to make sure that my backlight.
Or I could just do random blinks, right? Like on the slowest speed, you just blink, just to tease them with the light, right?
You know,
like, what was that? What?
Hey,
Morty has light now.
If you found a way to just turn that on mid-show and make that as cleanly sneaky as possible, holy Christ. The judges ain't gonna know what hit them. Just boop. Like, what? They're just watching their monitor or phone or whatever, just burst a light in their face, just real quick, just
right at the drop.
Bing! Oh, that'd be awesome. I mean, it looks like it's flashing every 5 seconds, so if you think about it, if you did pair it with a drop...
Yeah, you do the little flash thing, and then you add one of those little glitch effects.
And then I can stop it, and you're like, wait, where to go? When did it stop? And then...
Oop. There's a thunderstorm in my house. See?
Or we just pick some real simple color change, you know. Ooh. Disco. Good. Pulsating RGB. What's that be about? Oh. Jump change. Ooh. Now this the disco. Do.
Damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Just at 2 a.m. in the club, but you don't know what this club is at or never heard of it. And you just decided to come here. What kind of lights is this? No, just leave it that. Make it as dim as possible and the longest blink you can get.
Well, I mean, I could manually.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's way too dim. I don't know if it's getting so dim to the point where your camera's not even registering the light, or it's just that dim.
This is way brighter.
I can tell. That blue looks so nice. Alright, sorry, let's get on topic real quick about some stuff. Let me just say a couple of things here about FlowTron real quick. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, you're just mucking about. Hey, it's fine. I'm really happy for the fact that I was given the opportunity to be able to captain this, and also for the sole fact that I'm also happy that for you guys, as kind of should have stated this at the beginning of the video, all of us 4 out of 5 of the people on the ISO team for FlowTron are prospects. And 3 things real quick. Again, first thing being that I'm so happy for you guys as far as prospects coming on, especially as you guys are also some of my greatest friends as well. I'm really glad that we're going to be able to work together as a team, really bond together as a team, friends, all that good jazz. The second thing being that this competition, as far as if you guys were in it or were not in it, it gets tough every round. Like, we from what we did before, we went from just where we were at here planning on what we're going to do for the first round. Second round, we went with a small like but connected a small but connected approach to the next round, and then the third round, or the second round in that case, since entry round 1, round 2. Third round, we were going to be very, very heavy about like getting down to even like apparel, sets, songs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what I know for a fact FlowTron will definitely bring up. That's what they're definitely gonna have some big challenges each round. And I would not be surprised if the next round or the first round is something already just wacky enough. Like I said, we went from just throwing regular entry videos to literally dressing up in suits.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
How much time do we have between each round?
I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same like last time, which was probably between 3 to 4 weeks, or about 3 weeks to a month. Since the announcement was made a few weeks ago, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Acquire stuff. If
Yeah.
we need to acquire stuff. Cool.
They give us a reasonable gap, a really reasonable gap to really settle on what we're going to do as a team. And the third thing, this is a personal remark real quick. The third thing is, I'm going to state this because, well, it's not as common, right? It's not as common as far as I've seen that teams will utilize their prospects in a manner like this. You know what I'm saying? So, for you guys as prospects, you know, coming onto ISO, you guys are already starting something really, really big. You know what I'm saying? Already starting to do probably another mile mark in the ISO history. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as honored as I am as probably you guys are for being able to, one, converse together as prospects at one point and compete to where we are now. So,
thank you so much, Tanaki Senpai.
Don't thank me. Thank our captain, our lord and savior. I mean, our gracious, supreme. Dictator.
The
Captain.
supreme ruler.
Tut. Of all Tut.
Starstream Tut.
Before Tut and after Tut.
The before Tut and the after Tut. No, seriously, like, if it wasn't for Starstream Tut, Captain of ISO, hey, this probably wouldn't have happened. I'm glad that it's happening now. I'm excited for this competition. I'm 100% guns blazing going into this comp. I'm being biased AF and unbiased AF. Like, this is a powerhouse of a team we got. I'm that confident in you guys that I know we're all gonna perform as hard as we can, as smart as we can, logical, fucking every goddamn descriptive word in the tree. That whatever we come up with as far as a team, whatever videos we make for the competition, and for how us individually practicing for this competition. I'm actively practicing for this competition. For me, at least, it is the only focus I have right now. It's just this competition, because it's just obviously one of the teams we all love and enjoy. So again, to be a part of this team with you guys, not just as a captain, but as literally another member slash homie, friend, brother, anything you want to consider me as. I'm happy to be with you guys. I hope you guys feel the same.
Yeah, I'm absolutely happy to be here. I mean, there wasn't really another team that I really wanted to be on, just because I know all you guys. You guys are all my friends, so it's just the most ideal team, at least for me.
I'm just glad that I can. I'm just glad I can actually use this as content, not only for myself, but to show other people who have varying experiences in competitions. Will being people who haven't been in a competition before, and Krypton, Morty, and 30K also having experience in competition. So not only are we showing people who've never done a comp before, but we're showing how people who've done comps can help people who've never done a comp get into a comp. There's a lot of words happening in here.
A lot of circumstances are happening in here, but like I said, I'm confident that we can work this out. I don't think it will pose a challenge to. Honestly, I really don't think that will pose a challenge to us. Like,
pressure is definitely on. I'm definitely feeling the pressure to perform, but I don't know. I feel like I might do well under pressure. So
I'm gonna unveil a particular concept for the first round because I want to have an easy first round. Not gonna lie, and I should have it in the bag, boys.
chase the bag. Always chase the bag.
we're
This is
judged
the way.
collectively as a team and not individually, or how is it?
No, we are judged individually, but
As a collective.
like our scores get grouped up also in a collective.
So, you say what you said, but in reverse. We are scored independently, but we are also scored as a group. So, let's say, let's say I score a 9 and a 3, and everybody else is average around that area, right? Add that up between 5 different parts. So, like, let's say all 5 of us average 11 points times 5, 55 points out of whatever. Out of max scoring, was it?
There's
15
5
times
spots,
5?
15 points apiece in each spot, so it's 75 points. So 55 out of 75, that's not bad. That's actually really good.
I think that is also a standard, especially. As more of like a subliminal like standard, you know what I mean? Obviously shoot high, but like if you want to get to like the specifics, at least for me, I'm gonna try to shoot for like between a 10 and a 30. Every higher than that, obviously, we want to score max points. It's also possible too. Like last FlowTron, it is very possible to score max points in our. I think it's easier, honestly, to score max points as far as what this grading scale goes. Like, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty well. It's very well descriptive of from the 10-point system to the 5-point system, which they're both. So it's 10 points and 5 points, and they're neck and neck with each other, but like alongside each other to show like, hey, 5 is in between a 9 and an 8, or sorry, 10 and 8, right? And that just means, hey, this is perfect, almost perfect type thing, And then it goes down that ladder real quick. So I don't think anybody should score 1. If you can score 1, I'm gonna either talk to the judges, or I'm gonna talk to you, or I'm gonna talk to God. Because
either way, we're gonna have a come to Jesus moment.
Either way, we come to Jesus. It's almost Sunday. Lord, we ready for this? I think.
I'm just gonna bust out the hand waving.
Bust out the hand waving.
Let's go full
Sheesh! One time I'll ever do that. One time. No! Stop me! I'm sorry. Is this a concept? Can we make this a concept?
No.
Does this put me on CC now? If I do this mid-show?
Not a concept. Alright, y'all. Well, I think that just about does it.
Hopefully we can possibly make this a recording session, like a weekly thing or bi-weekly thing. Meaning every 2 weeks, not every twice a week. I just want to point that out. Just want to point that out.
Why not every Thursday if we can make it?
Every Thursday? Okay, yeah. I will definitely write that down.
Well, if it's every Thursday, I'm gonna like life-wise I'm starting my next job, so I don't know like what times I'll be on.
We could always adjust.
Yeah. I was just thinking like every 2 weeks, since this is a like kind of like on a monthly basis for each round, because that's how much time this is allotted to us. At least getting 2 recordings before the round actually goes up and everything. I think it'd be good enough content for me. So
I definitely agree.
but yeah, the sooner we figure out that schedule, we'll definitely get in touch with Chris and make sure that he's included, because I want to make sure he's in here and that he's getting showcased as well, because he is part of the team.
So definitely, I'll relay most of the all the information as I can as far as what we talked about for FlowTron to him and everything like that. And then same thing. Real quick, because I know Circuit already said he already had his genre. Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for deep dubstep.
Deep dubstep? Okay.
Yeah.
Just for all of us as well, I'm gonna figure out what subgenre I would like to feel comfortable with. As far like I said, I'm already like preemptively gonna try to work in that region right there, that like melodic rhythm type ordeal.
Yeah.
So again, we need help with just finding out genres or anything like that, like whatever the case may be. Say something, and just to reiterate what genres we're doing in the group chat. That's about it.
Yeah. Other than that,
Yeah, man.
just for the sake of recording, you'll find everybody's Instagram and all their stuff linked in the description below. You'll be able to see all their stuff, even their YouTubes if they have it. All their social media links will be in my description. You guys will see it down there. Do not hesitate to go hit up their stuff. Their stuff is absolutely amazing. Yep. Other than that, thank you guys so much for participating in our first Slab session. I know we didn't get to do a whole lot of concept creating and stuff like that, but that was totally fine. This is like session 0 to a D&D session, is basically as I always put it.
What do you mean? Yes, we did. We did create.
One.
What do you mean? That basically means I'm CG, right? Like
it's gonna be our trump card.
Exactly.
That's how we have to start. We have to start every show. Just...
I'm checking my pulse.
But yeah, other than that, thank you guys. We'll do this next time.